trying to get this microphone going. I think that's better. Let me get my YouTube thing so we can see over here. Maybe. And then make sure all my sound's turned down. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Finally, I have sound. I had to take a break and go to the post office. And it's a beautiful fall day. So I have 3 things for now. And I was hoping that, this would be like, oh, hey, Serge, can you bring me my mouse? I was hoping that this would be this morning and that I would be able to. I'm still going to try to get all of them in because I have a bunch of cute projects for you. Thank you. The biggest stamp sale of the year. I like how they call it the biggest. I'm not sure how to get my YouTube comments on. Carissa normally does these and she's not here. Let me see if I can figure out how to wait to get this over here. Let me figure out to this one. Nope, that's not it. Let me get the right video and then maybe I can see you guys. Nope. Sometimes, technology, I feel like it could be the death of us. This is not it. So go away from that one. This is what happens when you've had to do so many of them to get your microphone to work that you have. Maybe it's not on YouTube at the moment. Oh, no, there it is. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Tanya. Yes, I know it's, sometimes you just feel the need to win. And the weird thing is I have used this microphone a bunch recently, but there have been some, oh, here we go. Hi, Linda. Because Facebook did some updates. I don't think YouTube's done any updates, but Facebook definitely has and Manicam has. And I think between the 2 of them, it was a little bit more than my little mind could muster. So there's all these like little things that you're supposed to slide on and slide off between the 2. And I don't know. And then my computer said it didn't have a sound card. I don't even know what that is or where you would find it. So I just unplugged everything and plugged it back in different spots. It was not fun. So for this first project, it's actually 3, and I am going to use, there's a ton of stamp sets on sale, and they're 15% off. And then let me just tell you, and I'll tell you now, and then I'll tell you again later, I have added some more things to the sale. So I have my monthly specials. So those are at different levels. And then I have today only specials at different levels. So depending on how much you spend or what you buy, because I have also for the cut and emboss machine. So I threw some specials back in for those. So depending on where you hit, today you could get a whole bunch of stuff. So if you spend $25 as part of today's sale, then you get the pearl jewels. And then for the monthly special, like you can add on to it at $35, you get your choice of the butterfly or snowflake embellishments. So if you don't tell me, then I'll pick for you. So at $35, you would get both today. And then at $100, you get the Acorn Trinkets, which are so much fun. And I'm going to use those in a minute. And then at $125, you get all 3 of those things, plus the Forever Greenery ribbon combo. And that's just for today. So to get all 4 things at $125, that's a today special. And then if you buy that cut and emboss machine all month long, you get a free folder of your choice and my free classes that start next month on how to use that. But if you buy it today, then I'm going to add back the magnetic platform. And if you buy it today and you add any of the sale stamp sets, even just one, then you get the jewels and the ribbon combo pack. So that's what I have today. And then if you sign up to be a demonstrator this month, there is a special where you get 2 free stamp sets that they tell you what they are, and some card making supplies and some free rhinestones. But you can add the sets that are 15% off into your kit. So you can get more because they're cheaper. And then I am going to make your welcome packet twice as big if you sign up today. So that's for today. So let's get going. I'm going to use this stamp set, which the reason I hope that I get to all of the lives is because yesterday we played around with some stuff. So I have things that I created yesterday, and this was not one of them. But this morning when I got up and, the day was all happy and cheery because there was no technology issues yet, I got this out. And so because all of this was laying on my desk, I thought, well, I'll start with this one. So this is all ready to go. And my other stuff that I did yesterday is not here. So I really want to show it to you. So let's get going. Let me see if we can find my mouse from way across the room. There we go. So I am going to use this set. It was we used it last year when we did some demonstrator events. It's super fun, but I'm going to use this one and then this little one. We used this one a lot last year, the plaid one. And of course it goes really well with this paper that's been really my favorite paper, I think, out of the holiday catalog that we have right now, just because, well, it's very 80s. It's very Christmas and winter. It's all about plaid, and there's just so many patterns and colors, and it just fills in. It can be masculine, it can be spring, it could be Valentine's, and it can just be a whole lot of different seasons. So because it can be both Christmas and fall and Halloween, it's just showed up in a lot of my projects. But the other thing that has showed up a lot is in my scraps, because I used it in my holiday try it class, which there were a ton of people in it. And so when I trimmed it all down, I had a ton of these little scraps, and they're just too cute to throw away. So I had a stack, like a huge stack, and I've been making my way through it, of these cute little papers. But, you just hate to get rid of those because that's a lot of cute paper. And who wants to just throw these away? So for this card, I thought I could just take a bunch of these. So I have these, and I just pulled out some ones that look kind of fallish. I just laid my mouse on top of everything. And then I just went with some colors that were in all of them. So I pulled out Mary Merlot. And this is just a fun thing to do for those of you who like to keep your tiny pieces of scrap. So I've just got this. I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal just right across the back of this Mary Merlot piece. And it's cut about 4. It's a little less than 4 and about 5 1/4. And then I'm just going to kind of lay them on here. Some of them I'm going to need to trim because I want them to be all different lengths. And some of them will overlap, some of them won't. Some of them you might do shorter, some of them longer. So it's just going to be a little mishmash of fun fall patterns. And the sad thing is on some of them, when you flip them over, you're like, oh, that side's really pretty too. Some of us, if you're my age, you probably had some skirts that looked like some of these patterns at some point in your life. So, but it's a great way to use up some scrap paper. Do this one about there. And it's a card that doesn't take a lot of time, and it uses up the scrap. So there we have that. It's just pretty, just like that. So there's our fall one. I'm going to do both of them at the same time. And then let's do the same thing with this. Just put some seal on the back. And again, it's just Mary Merlot. And this time I have pulled out ones that look more Christmassy to me. And you don't even have to be straight, which is nice. Just kind of plunk them on there. I try not to get the patterns that are too, like, I wouldn't put this black one right next to that one. And you can kind of overlap or kind of not, just whatever you want to do with it. Sticking my hand to it. I just kind of go up and down. The secret is to not be terribly straight with any of it. Then that way, none of it has to be straight. This one might need a tad bit more seal here. I'm a little short. So now we just have two fun backgrounds. And all from the one paper packet and all just from a bunch of scraps. So then I'm going to take the plaid stamp. And the secret that we found with this when we were using it last year was it really works best if your stamp pad isn't super juicy. So you don't want to like re-ink it right before you use this. And I don't think I put any cardstock right here. So you just need some white. And then just, it stamps a really cute plaid tree. So, you know, pine trees can be any season because they're evergreen. So they're out there all year round. And then this set does come with a punch or a coordinating punch. And this set is one of the ones that's 15% off today, just today. And the punch is in the annual catalog. So just pop that in there. It also coordinates nicely like with the moose punch. My cat's crying because she wants me to come pay attention to her. So now we have two trees, one for each card. So you have these for this. Then for the one that is more Christmassy, I'm going to take, this is one of my favorite ribbons that's currently in the holiday catalog. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it, about the same size as this piece. And you just want a little bit of overhang. Flip this around. It's just going to kind of give us the illusion of some snow or ice. But it's not so ribbony that it couldn't stay a masculine card. So now we have this. And then I picked out two neutral colors. So they could kind of go either way. I'll pick this. This is gray granite. It has a tinge of brown to it. It's just a half sheet of both of them. So these are super quick cards if you're making something and you need a lot of them. Plus it uses scrap, so it's just a winner all the way around. Put this on here. Grab some dimensionals. You don't really need tiny ones. And then pop this on here. And there's a Merry Christmas in here. I'm not going to put the Merry Christmas on because you could all put it on the front or you could put it on the inside, whichever way you want. And then you could put any kind of embellishments on the tree. I'm going to get these copper stars that are in the annual catalog because they look a little bit kind of like a mountain Colorado plaid Christmas. And just put that on the top. Super easy, made basically from scrap and just a tiny bit of ribbon. So that's the Christmas version of it. So then let's finish the fall version. So for this one, I'm going to take just our twine. This twine always looks a little fallish. I'm just going to wrap it around a couple of times. Oh, more than a couple, I guess. Then I'm going to tie one knot. Do it like this. I need a little bit longer piece to work with than what I gave myself. So just tie one knot. Maybe. There we go. And then I'm going to take the acorns, and like I said, this is my free gift all month long with purchase. You can go over to my website and see all of the offers. I'll tell you them again at the end before I finish this live. And then hopefully when I come back for my next one, my sound still works. So just these have a great big circle on the top, so they're really easy to slip on ribbons. Super easy to slip on the twine. And just tie it on there, and then I'm going to tie a little bow. Just like that. Trim that off. And then this time I have crumb cake. I'm going to put this on here. So it just gives it, you can tell it just a different look, even just with the backgrounds. And this time I'm not going to pop this one up because I want the acorn to be a little bit more of a focal point. So I'm going to leave that one underneath. And just pop that one under there. So 2 super fast cards made from scraps. So when you have this many scraps left from my holiday try it class still, I could whip out a ton of these cards. It would be fun. You could make a fun little gift set of these cards for a gift for somebody. And there's enough colors in here that are spring and summerish that you could do those kind of cards too. So that's the first 2 cards with this perfectly plaid. And I'll show you, now these are ones that we made last year. So here's one that was a Christmas card. And because they were made last year, like this ribbon, we don't have it anymore, but we have other red ribbon. But this one has it's just stamped in black. And then we added the rhinestones and the same star. So we still have the rhinestones and the star. You would just have to substitute ribbon. This one is from last year as well, and it's stamped in brown and has a little bit of sparkle on it. We don't have that stamp anymore, but you could easily put, how cute would this be, to just put just cut a piece of the paper and put that back there. And then we don't have this color of ribbon this year, but this year we have it in Mossy Meadow. So we have the same ribbon that we had last year. It's just a different color. So that's 2 of the projects that we made last year with the same set. And then a couple of other cards that I've made that we don't have exactly the same. Like I pulled these out of my retired but not stack. So the Bloom and Grow stamp set is on sale. We still have this ribbon, and this is the stamp set. This is paper that we no longer have. And the Butterfly set is on sale. We don't have this particular paper, but we have lots of black and white paper. And then this one has 2 stamp sets. This is actually from, I can't think of earlier before my microphone things, I had looked at the name of the stamp set. It's the one that has the rabbit and the deer, but I just used the leaves out of it. And then this is from, I looked at it. It's also on sale. I can look it up in a minute, or somebody that knows can say, but those are all part of the ones that are on sale. And then these 2 sets are the ones that you get if you sign up to be a demonstrator this month. You get this one in your starter kit for free, and you get this one in your starter kit for free. But the Queen Anne's lace is also one of the ones that's 15% off today. So then I have one more little project I'm going to show you as part of this live with the perfectly plaid. And for it, I'm going to use just really fun paper. So this paper is from the Trimming the Town suite. So it's really fun paper, and this is new paper. It is in the holiday catalog. So there's some fun pieces that you could do some scrapbooking things with. And one of the things I've really liked about this year's holiday paper is a lot of it on the reverse side are designs that you could use all year round. So this is just green and this is just red. So while one side is really for whatever holiday, whether it's Halloween or Thanksgiving or whatever, when you flip it over, it's just a generic design. So I like that you'll be able to use it year round. So for this one, I'm going to use my favorite piece out of this, and I'm going to use this little treat box. And it is also in the holiday catalog. And I've done a couple of things with it recently. So it's this tiny little treat box. I have a class with it coming up. It's the easiest little box that we've ever had. So this is the wedding one, and these little wedding rings pop out. It comes with little tags that pop out. And then this one's just the box on its own. It has the same ribbon that I just used and I held it together with. It makes little tags. So I'm going to use it. And because I'm using this paper, it takes like a half a sheet of cardstock to do it, but I don't want to waste all of this. So when I'm going to do one of these, I usually just take my scissors and just trim around it. Because that way you're not wasting a ton. And I'll be able to use all of this other stuff on another project, which is one of the ones that's kind of sitting over there if I have time today that I might show you, because this side over here with the mushrooms that are on sale today in the hedgehog set, Walk in the Woods, it would be really pretty. Oh yes, it's To a Wild Rose. Thank you. That's where the blessing comes from. So I'm going to run this through the cut emboss machine. And then when you see how easy this little box is, you're just going to die. It could not be any simpler. Thankfully, these machines don't take up our whole thing, because when you have 3 projects on your desk at one time, you need all the space you can get. So for this one, you just put this on here. We're just going to line it up. Now, because the trees go all one direction, obviously one side of our box is going to have upside down trees, but that's okay. We're just going to have to deal with it. So just slide this through, and it just takes one pass. I have not found anything, I don't think so far, that takes more than one pass on our new machine. And then you got these really fun, festive little polka dots on the other side. They'd also be really fun if you were doing a Minnie Mouse party, because every time I see it, it reminds me of Minnie Mouse. So it has these fun little scallops. And what you do, it's easier to see, I think, on this side. It comes, like it scores them and punches all the little holes. So you literally just fold them up. Fold all these up. Those of you that are in the Lots of Leaves classes, if you got the kit, they will be in the mail tonight. It's almost all cut, and I was hoping that it would get out before the mailman came today, and then when my microphone didn't work, that was the thing that didn't happen. But the videos will post tonight as well. So you can see it has these 2 little flips here. Like it has the little, on one side it has a little notch and then a little clippy thing. So what I do is I take my adhesive. You don't have to put adhesive, but I think if you're going to put anything in it at all, it helps to have adhesive. So just put adhesive on the little flap. Slide these in. So those connect in the little holes. And you can see it already holds itself together just like that. And then just fold these up. And then that adhesive will just lay that right over the top of that. And then stamp that. That's very poor stamping, but you know, when your head's not over the top, that's what happens. But you can put your head over the top because you're not going to be on camera. And then just put that out. Now, the first time I did it, I thought it might look pretty on pool party because this is kind of a light pool party. But I didn't like it. I'll show you. That's what it looked like. I didn't like that as much. So then I just took, because this one's not stamped very well, I'm not going to finish it because I don't want to waste things on it. So I took, this is the ribbon that comes from the Heartwarming Hugs suite, and I just tied it through the hole here. And then you can see it's just got some seal on the back. And then I took the same embellishments that are part of the Trimming the Town suite, and I added a star to the top, and then just a couple of the little things. And then you can just put chocolates. The other thing that it's really good for in 2020, because who knew that you would ever maybe want to give somebody some cute little hand sanitizer, but it does hold a hand sanitizer, just the little pocket versions. But you can put a gift card, you can put lots of little gifts in them, and they stand up. The other thing that you can do is, like, if you do something for your kids or your grandkids, or if you're a teacher for your students, Sunday school teacher, you can do a little Advent thing with them, and put either gifts for every day or for the whole month, and kind of have them like stacked up on a mantle or as part of a gift. So that is my first little go. And then I'm going to clean up. I have a couple of people that wanted me to call them for orders, so I'm going to do that. And then I'll reset up, and I'll be back maybe in an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'll try to go fast so I can get back with the next project. So if you have any stamp sets that are on the 15% off list and you'd like to see them, or if you'd like to see if I have samples, then just let me know. And if I have something, or if I have time, then I'll see if I can do it. But let me see if I can switch back over. There we go. So, but look how sweet they are. That kind of gives you a little bit more maybe perspective of size compared to a card. That's how big they are. So I will tell you, in case you joined late, my specials for today. There's 15% off. You can go to my website, and I will link it below both the YouTube and the Facebook after I get off of this. But it's Sherry, CHERI.stampinup.net. And then at the top, if you here's a tip, hit sales, then it will bring up the biggest sale of the year, I think is what it says. And then here's another tip, hit English and show all, and then it will show them all, and it takes out all the French ones, unless you want to see the French ones if you speak French. But if you don't want to see all those, then it just gets rid of those, and you can only see the English stamps. So if you spend $25, then you're going to get free pearls, and this like builds. So if you spend for every level, you get all of them. You get the pearls and either butterfly or snowflake sequins. At 100, you get both of those and the Acorn Trinkets, which I just used on here. And at 125, you get all of that plus the Forever Greenery ribbon combo. And if you buy the cut and emboss machine, instead of all of that, you get the free magnetic platform, a free folder of your choice, and to be part of my series of classes, there's going to be 4 on how to use the machine. And if you add any of the sale stamp sets to that order, then you would also get the Forever Greenery ribbon combo. And if you sign up to be a demonstrator on my team, then you always get all of my classes for free, the video portion of them. Sometimes I send you the stuff to make the classes, to join in classes too. It depends on, we always do the try it classes together. And sometimes some of the other classes. And if you sign up today, you can put any of the 15% off stamp sets in your kit, and your welcome packet's going to be twice as big. So that's what I have for you today. I will clean all this up and see if I can get back on in 45 minutes or an hour or so. So that's what I have. I'll see you back in a little bit. Bye. So I was trying to get my mouse over here.